Eid Mubarak and welcome to Friday Double Bill. This is Mayank Shekhar, I'm Fahad Samar and here is our review of Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
Bajrangi Bhaijaan is a Salman Khan starrer where Salman Khan plays Pawan Chaturvedi or Bajrangi Bhaijaan. Chaturvedi ji is essentially a peace-loving vegetarian Brahmin Bhakt of Lord Hanuman. He doesn't come across as particularly ambitious and lives with a family friend in Delhi whose daughter, played by Kareena Kapoor, he wants to marry. But this film is not so much about the life and times of Salman Khan's character as it is about the mission he has to accomplish. Chaturvedi ji finds a little lost mute girl from Pakistan. He makes it his life's goal to unite the little kid with her parents back across the border. This is the journey that the audience takes in this film, directed by Kabir Khan and produced by Salman Khan himself.
You know, Mayank, I remember it was a year ago, it was Eid, and we were witness to the atrocity that was Kick. It was a huge box office.
It was a kick in the butt, yes.
But it was a huge box office success, and I think that it proved without doubt that Salman Khan is bulletproof as far as the critics are concerned, as even public censure is concerned. Let's, for that matter, even admit as far as judicial conviction is concerned. But there we have it, no matter what. And I thought this Eid, we're going to be subjected from being human to becoming Hanuman Bhakts. And this is the journey that Salman has taken because it's so important to have the masses see him as the good guy. I was pleasantly surprised, therefore, to have this film. There's a wonderful line from Saadat Hasan Manto, who's one of the greatest Urdu writers and certainly preeminent writer on the partition. And his one line sums up for me what this film is about. It says, "Qaumo ki bunyad mazhab par nahi banti." And I think what they have taken 2 hours 40 minutes to tell us was delivered in one line with Manto. Lovely journey, extremely emotional. You're mildly manipulated from time to time, but you know what? This is that time when you submit to the process, and I think I actually had quite a good time with the film. What about you?
Well, I think this is what I would call a crossover film, Fahad. And I don't mean this in the way that the word crossover was used, let's say, last decade, which was essentially a certain kind of multiplex cinema. Because I think by now it's been established, thanks to Salman Khan, or no thanks to Salman Khan, that there is no such thing as single screen cinema or multiplex. I think people tend to love the same kind of film and the same kind of blockbusters. But I think here I mean crossover in terms of you don't have to be a Salman Khan fan to actually love this film. I think it reaches or appeals to audiences outside of his core domain, which is great to know because I'm not that Salman Khan fan, as you might know, or all of us know in that sense. The other thing which is very beautiful, and the reason why I call it that is Kabir Khan. I think even Ekta Tiger, while it was a Salman Khan movie, had a certain detailing about it, had a certain voice that he, a certain message that he was trying to give, which is also the case with this particular picture. I think just because you're making a blockbuster, and of course there'll be melodrama, and of course there'll be songs, and of course you have to be mindful of the scale, but that doesn't mean that it has to be a film that is completely mindless. And that was a good thing about this film. Second, of course, is the fact that while you go in for a Salman Khan movie, you step out, but you think also of Nawazuddin Siddiqui. I think he did a fabulous job for the 5 or 10 minutes that he was there on screen, and the little girl that this film is essentially centered on, who I thought was beautiful and a lovely actor.
Well, obviously, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, last year in Kick, he stole the show from under Salman. This year, in this film, he's got a very good role. He does it with aplomb. I mean, he's really come into his own as an actor of great consequence. This little girl, Harshali Malhotra, God bless her, is just the find of the decade as far as I'm concerned. So adorable, and otherwise kids can get so very annoying, certainly as far as I'm concerned. So I was very grateful that we didn't have a particularly annoying little filmy kid to deal with in the film. I was so grateful that she was mute because that may have also helped me sit through this film. Having said all that, I was wondering what Kareena Kapoor was doing in this movie. I think if you're talking about 10 and 15 minutes for Nawazuddin, I think he had certainly a lot more than that. But Kareena, I mean, she has literally 3 or 4 scenes. Suddenly she disappears in the movie. It's purely an ornamental thing. She has a couple of key points as Bajrangi's girlfriend. But outside of that, there's nothing really. So it's interesting to see that this is really the star of the show is the little girl. It's Salman, it's Nawaz. And as far as the heroines are concerned, well, that's for some other film.
Well, Kareena Kapoor, of course, it must be said, tends to sign up for a lot of films where she has very little to do, at least off late. But I think what was the thing that was playing in my mind, and that would be my oh my god moment, or oh my god as a film moment, is of course the fact that this is not exactly the movie for, you know, Salman Khan bhakts. And whether you like it or not, Fahad, I think all the commentary around his films tend to be about how much money he's going to make. And I was just thinking that here's a plot which is just the reverse of what turned out to be one of the greatest blockbusters ever. That was Gadar in the late 90s, if you remember, where again the hero goes to Pakistan to, you know, somehow get someone in the back. Of course, it's a reverse in that sense. So I felt maybe they're safe along those lines. But again, you know, the whole thing about whether if there's a Salman Khan or a Shah Rukh Khan, the whole movie needs to be centered on them because it needs to make this 200 crore. I think that has also been shattered just a week ago with Bahubali, was another BB like Bajrangi Bhaijaan. And so you never know what clicks and how much money it makes. But well, the reason why I brought up Bahubali also is because the writer, as it turned out, the story is from the same guy, K.V. Vijayendra Prasad, who wrote Bahubali, has also written Bajrangi Bhaijaan. So clearly, he knows a thing or two about box office. But I'll be very interested to find out how well this movie does, given that it's not exactly a Salman Khan film.
Well, there you have it, not exactly a Salman Khan film, and at the same time, in the same breath, out and out Salman Khan film. You decide what kind of film it is. As far as I'm concerned, it was good cinema, 2 hours 40 minutes, maybe 40 minutes too long, but certainly as far as I'm concerned, cinema mein dekho aur isi weekend pe dekho.
Well, I think you said it right when we say this is not exactly a Salman Khan film. What we're trying to say is this movie actually has a script, which is a good thing to know. Also is a sensible film, which is not something that we look forward to. Therefore, my expectations were terribly low. And as it turned out, I was actually quite happy with the picture. I think you will be too. So catch it in the weekend, or well, catch it in the theater for sure. That was Friday Double Bill, guys. Tell us what you think of the show. Tell us what you think of the movies. And of course, subscribe to our channel.